Imagine a child's mind. It is impressionable, eager to learn and trusting of authority figures. This is the fertile ground upon which religious indoctrination takes root. From a tender age, children are often taught specific religious doctrines as absolute truths, long before they develop critical thinking skills. These beliefs become deeply ingrained, shaping their worldview, values, and life choices. This early exposure to religious teachings, often presented without questioning or alternative perspectives, can have a profound and lasting impact. Indoctrination thrives on the unquestioning acceptance of religious dogma. It discourages critical thinking, dissent, and the exploration of alternative viewpoints. Individuals are taught to accept religious teachings without question, often through fear of divine punishment or social ostracism. This stifles intellectual curiosity and can hinder an individual's ability to think rationally and independently. The consequences of such indoctrination can be far-reaching, affecting not only personal beliefs but also societal norms and values. Moreover, religious indoctrination often relies on emotional appeals and the promise of rewards in the afterlife. It can provide a sense of comfort, purpose, and community, particularly in times of uncertainty or hardship. However, this comfort can come at a cost. It can make individuals more susceptible to manipulation and exploitation by religious leaders or institutions. The fear of losing this comfort and the social bonds formed within religious communities can prevent individuals from questioning or leaving their faith, even when faced with contradictory evidence or harmful practices. This is not to say that all religion is inherently harmful. Religion can provide a sense of community, moral guidance, and spiritual solace for many. However, when religious beliefs are instilled through indoctrination without critical examination or the freedom to question, they can become a tool for manipulation and control. This can have detrimental effects on individuals and society as a whole. It is therefore crucial to encourage critical thinking, open dialogue, and respect for diverse perspectives, allowing individuals to form their own informed beliefs without coercion or fear. The human cost of religious indoctrination is often hidden, but the stories of those who have suffered are a stark reminder of its potential for harm. Consider the case of Sarah, raised in a strict religious sect that forbade contact with the outside world. Her education was limited to religious texts, and any questioning of doctrine was met with swift punishment. Sarah's childhood was marked by fear and isolation, her spirit crushed under the weight of dogma. Then there's John, a young man whose family rejected him when he came out as gay. His parents, devout followers of a faith that condemned homosexuality, believed he could be cured through prayer and conversion therapy. John endured years of emotional abuse and psychological torment before finally finding the courage to break free from his family and embrace his true identity. These are just two examples among countless others. Stories of individuals forced into marriages sanctioned by religious authorities, subjected to harmful rituals, or denied life-saving medical treatment in the name of faith. These narratives paint a grim picture of the devastating consequences of unchecked religious indoctrination. The scars of such experiences run deep, often leading to long-term psychological trauma, strained relationships, and a loss of trust in authority figures. It is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit that many survivors of religious indoctrination find the strength to heal and rebuild their lives. Their stories serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of critical thinking, empathy, and the protection of individual autonomy. History is replete with examples of religious conflicts that have led to unimaginable suffering and bloodshed. From the Crusades, a series of religious wars waged by European Christians to reclaim the Holy Land from Muslim rule, to the 30 Years' War, a conflict rooted in religious tensions between Catholics and Protestants, the pages of history are stained with the blood of millions sacrificed in the name of faith. The modern world, though often touted as an era of enlightenment and progress, is not immune to the perils of religious extremism. The rise of radical Islam, marked by terrorist attacks carried out in the name of a distorted interpretation of Islamic teachings, has sown fear and division across the globe. Similarly, sectarian violence between different religious groups, such as the ongoing conflict between Sunni and Shia Muslims in the Middle East, continues to claim countless lives and displace millions from their homes. These conflicts are not merely the result of theological differences. They are often fueled by a complex interplay of political, economic, and social factors. Religious beliefs can be exploited to justify violence, discrimination, and oppression. They can be used to demonize the other, to incite hatred and fear, and to mobilize populations for war. The consequences of such conflicts are devastating. They result in the loss of innocent lives, the destruction of communities, and the erosion of trust between different religious groups. They hinder social progress, economic development, and the peaceful coexistence of diverse cultures. Addressing the root causes of religious conflict requires a multifaceted approach, including promoting interfaith dialogue, fostering religious tolerance, and addressing the underlying socio-economic inequalities that often contribute to tensions and violence. Section 4. The Cult of Control, Leaders and Their Victims. The allure of a charismatic leader promising salvation, enlightenment, or a utopian future has proven irresistible to many. This is particularly true in times of uncertainty or social upheaval, when people are searching for meaning, purpose, or simply a sense of belonging. Cult leaders, often narcissistic and manipulative individuals, exploit these vulnerabilities using a potent mix of charisma, coercion, and psychological manipulation to gain control over their followers. One such example is Jim Jones, the infamous leader of the People's Temple cult. Jones, a charismatic preacher who initially attracted followers with messages of social justice and racial equality, gradually tightened his grip on the group, isolating them from the outside world and demanding absolute obedience. This culminated in the tragic mass suicide in Jonestown, Guyana, where over 900 followers, including hundreds of children, drank cyanide-laced flavor aid on Jones's orders. Another chilling example is David Koresh, the leader of the Branch Davidian sect. Koresh, who proclaimed himself a prophet, established a heavily armed compound in Waco, Texas, where he exerted absolute control over his followers, including engaging in statutory rape with underage girls. The 51-day siege of the compound by federal agents in 1993 ended in a deadly fire that killed 76 people, including Koresh and 25 children. These cases highlight the dangers of unchecked power within religious groups and the devastating consequences of blind obedience. Cult leaders often employ techniques such as sleep deprivation, thought reform, and social isolation to break down the individuality of their followers and instill dependency. They create an environment where questioning the leader's authority is strictly forbidden. Dissent is met with punishment, and critical thinking is effectively extinguished. The stories of these cults serve as a stark reminder of the importance of critical thinking, healthy skepticism, and the need for oversight and accountability within religious organizations. Section 5. Finding light, escaping the grip of indoctrination. Breaking free from the clutches of indoctrination is a challenging but ultimately liberating journey. It requires immense courage, intellectual honesty, and a willingness to confront deeply held beliefs. For many, the process begins with a seed of doubt, a nagging question that refuses to be silenced by dogma or dismissed by authority. This doubt can be triggered by a variety of factors: exposure to alternative viewpoints, personal experiences that contradict religious teachings, or simply a growing awareness of the inconsistencies and contradictions within one's own belief system. The Internet, with its vast repository of information and diverse perspectives, has played a significant role in facilitating this process, providing individuals with access to information that challenges religious dogma and connects them with like-minded individuals who have gone through similar experiences. The journey out of indoctrination is rarely linear or without its challenges. Individuals may face intense feelings of guilt, shame, and fear as they begin to question beliefs that have defined their lives. They may encounter resistance from family and friends, who may view their deconversion as a betrayal or a threat to their own faith. Despite these obstacles, countless individuals have successfully broken free from the shackles of indoctrination and embraced a life guided by reason, critical thinking, and personal autonomy. Their stories offer hope and inspiration to others who are struggling to escape the confines of imposed belief systems, demonstrating that it is possible to reclaim one's intellectual freedom and live a life true to oneself. Section 6. The Rise of Reason, Atheism in the Modern World. Atheism, once a taboo subject whispered in hushed tones, is experiencing an unprecedented surge in popularity, particularly among younger generations. A 2023 survey by the Pew Research Center found that 32% of American adults identify as religiously unaffiliated, a significant increase from previous decades. This trend is mirrored in other developed nations, suggesting a global shift towards secularism and a decline in religious affiliation. Several factors contribute to this phenomenon. The rise of the internet and social media has exposed people to a wider range of beliefs and perspectives, making it easier to question traditional religious doctrines. The increasing availability of education, particularly in science and critical thinking, has empowered individuals to think for themselves and form their own conclusions about the world. Moreover, the numerous scandals and hypocrisy within religious institutions have eroded public trust in organized religion. From financial improprieties to sexual abuse cover-ups, these scandals have led many to question the moral authority of religious leaders and institutions, prompting them to seek alternative ethical frameworks. The rise of atheism is not merely a rejection of religion, it is also an embrace of reason, science, and humanist values. Atheists often find meaning and purpose in their relationships, their work, and their contributions to society. They strive to live ethical and fulfilling lives based on empathy, compassion, and a commitment to making the world a better place. Section 7. Embracing freedom, the power of free thought. Free thought, the cornerstone of a rational and just society, empowers individuals to think critically, question authority, and form their own conclusions based on evidence and reason. It is the antithesis of indoctrination, which seeks to stifle dissent and enforce conformity. In a world increasingly shaped by complex challenges, from climate change to political polarization, cultivating free thought is more crucial than ever. The benefits of free thought extend far beyond the realm of personal belief. Societies that value free inquiry and open dialogue are more likely to innovate, adapt to change, and address social problems effectively. When individuals are free to express their ideas without fear of censorship or reprisal, it fosters creativity, critical thinking, and a diversity of perspectives, leading to more robust solutions and a more vibrant public discourse. Embracing free thought does not mean discarding morality or abandoning the pursuit of meaning and purpose. On the contrary, it allows individuals to construct their own ethical frameworks based on reason, empathy, and a concern for the well-being of others. It encourages a sense of personal responsibility and accountability, as individuals are free to choose their own values and live in accordance with them. In a world often driven by dogma and ideology, embracing free thought is a revolutionary act. It is a declaration of intellectual independence, a commitment to truth-seeking, and a testament to the power of the human mind to question, explore, and discover. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, let us champion the values of free thought, critical thinking, and open inquiry, for they are the keys to a more just, compassionate, and enlightened future.